Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, the high performance mentor, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show raises the bar for the motorsport enthusiasts. Holding it wide open is just what we do. Being a good person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. My brother, if you're anything like me, then your soul comes alive every time you get behind the fucking wheel. See, it's not just about getting from point A to point B, like it's not just about commuting. It's about feeding the fucking inner warrior inside of you who craves that rev, who craves the shifting gears, who craves the open road, who craves feeling some type of motorsport connection with a machine, because without it, man, life just feels like you're stuck in traffic with no fucking exit, ever. And so let me take you back a little bit while ago, man. It's not even too long ago. I've only had this car for a little bit when I was car hunting, right? You see, I had every reason to grab something basic, to grab something practical, to grab something safe. But deep down inside, man, I knew that I could not get something that did not move me. You see, if I didn't get something that did not move me, I'd have been killing a part of me, of myself, yet again. You see, I did this years ago when I first started working into the construction industry, right? I was just fresh out of college. I needed something practical, something reliable, something whatever, and I had got another little Honda Accord. It was a Honda Accord. Now I have a Honda Civic, right? So back then I had a Honda Accord, but it was automatic. It was still slow, but it wasn't like this one. It wasn't like this Honda Civic that I have, right? And so back then what I did is I was just a commuter and I wasn't enjoying it. I was just like, whatever. I was saving a lot of fucking gas. But I literally, slowly, day by day, killed a part of myself that really likes to drive, right? The part of me that takes thrill out of driving, right? And so when it was time to get another car, because I had been daily driving my turbo Silverado for fucking 3+ years now, my only fucking vehicle, and now it was just like, man, it's just getting to a point where I need to put this and give it a break, So I wanted something new, I wanted something reliable, I wanted something fun though, and I wanted something economical that I could play with, right? And so it needed to be stick shift, it needed to be turbo, it needed to be economical, and yeah, you know what? It had to be a little slow, right? And did it have to be? No, but in the price range that I was looking for, it had to be fucking slow, right? And so what I ended up getting is I got that Honda Civic 2025 Honda SI. It ain't the fastest thing in the world. It's actually pretty fucking slow. It actually has the same damn horsepower as my 1000 GSXR 1000R. Like, it's wild that a fucking car has the same horsepower as my motorcycle. And actually, my wife's SUV has more than double the horsepower of this Honda Civic SI, which is like, wow, mind-blowing for me coming from a car guy. But now my commute, my commute every freaking day, it's literally turned into my therapy session on wheels. Like, and let me correct that. While I was putting my routine into play, and still every now and then I catch into dead stop and go traffic, then you know what? It doesn't become a therapy session. When it truly becomes a therapy session for me is early in the morning when I've been leaving work. When I leave my house to go to the gym, and I usually leave my house a little bit before 5, so like 4:45 or so. I'm out the door and I'm fucking flying up north on the highway, and I'm doing some spirited driving, right? And so this thing is so slow that you literally have to wide open throttle, banging gears, fucking full boost to actually make it feel like it has a little pep in the step, but it doesn't. It's still fucking slow. But because you're banging gears, you're going out, and then you're in the morning and you're driving spiritedly, like enthusiastically, as a motorsport enthusiast would do. My fucking drives have become a therapy session. Like, I get to wherever I'm going, as long as we're rolling and going in and out of traffic. I'm not a dick. I'm not cutting people off, but I am driving a little fast, right? And if you're in my way, then move out or I'm gonna pass you. And so I get to where I'm going in a better mood. I get to where I'm going like thrilled. I get to where I'm going. I'm like, bro, I needed that. I needed to feed the soul of this motorsport, like drive that we all feel for, right? And so the reason why I ended up getting this car is because, to me, And what I recommend to you is if you also love motorsports and have a big drive to have some type of motorsport passion in your life. And so the equation that I put together was daily motorsports equals daily medicine. So I was like, yo, how the fuck can I incorporate that shit into my routine? And so I was like, yo, for sure. I got a Honda Civic Si. And I got one which was pretty much brand new. Like it's a of the year car. It had 11,000 miles, so it was technically used, but it was so new that Honda still gave me they're backed up their 100,000 mile warranty that they give with new cars. And so that goes to show you that I got something pretty reliable, right? And so it met all the boxes. Stick shift, has turbo, economical because it was a 4-cylinder. It needed to be a 4-seater because, excuse me, a 4-door car because I wanted to have space to take my people around. And we're starting a family, so if I got to put the baby seat or whatever. And it needed to be good on gas because I'm driving a lot, right? And so all those just checked the box. And actually, one of the most important ones that I wanted to be under 30K. Right? And so because you could get some nice stick shift cars, sedans especially, fucking V8s and shit that were like really nice, badass, but like just out of my price range. And yeah, I could get something used, a lot older, but then it wouldn't be reliable and then it wouldn't be really economical. And so it goes back to the whole thing of, man, why the fuck am I stop driving my Turbo Silverado if I'm gonna get another fucking gas guzzling V8? The Honda Civic solved it all, right? And so daily motorsports equals daily medicine. And so now, which everyone was like, oh, you're getting a stick shift car, that makes no sense. So you're going to be driving in traffic, this and that. But they didn't really have the vision that I had. Yes, when I'm stuck in traffic and I'm commuting, and sometimes I've been stuck in 2 fucking hours of traffic, that shit sucks because you're in stick shift or whatever. But yo, it just gives my muscle memory a fucking revival that it needed because I hadn't really been driving stick shift for a long time. And even though I have had to put this on pause for a little bit, my Turbo Camaro is going to come back soon. Right? And that is stick shift. And so I'm putting together the muscle memory that I need to fucking drive stick shift every day. And so motorsport activities aren't just a hobby for me anymore. They're literally a reset button, right? Like shifting gears, hearing the little baby turbo spool, like carving through fucking traffic responsibly. I'll throw that out there. It all gives me like little micro hits of being present, of having passion, of like fueling the fucking soul that drives us as motorsport enthusiasts to become better. And we show up in a fucking good mood. We show up fucking like hyped up. I literally pull up to places now, as long as I'm not stuck in traffic and I'm going early or I'm coming home late, right? I stay later. I go to the gym after work also, and I stay late so that when I'm coming home, I'm like, it's not no traffic, but it's not bumper to bumper traffic either. And so I had to do a little spirited driving as well on my way home. And dog, the fucking commute has literally become my therapy session, right? Like it becomes my little performance warm up for the day ahead. Like this in the mornings. And on the way home, if I'm falling asleep, I'm like, yo, let me downshift and let me get through traffic, right? And sometimes I come into a little jam and I'm like, oh fuck, okay, I can't really go nowhere. And then I tone it down. And then I catch myself and I was like, yo, my whole energy shifted. My shoulders went down. Like I start kind of falling asleep again. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? Downshift. No, let's look. And it sparks it back up. And so daily motorsports equals daily medicine. And that shit has been the game changer for me in my commute. It's been the game changer, to show up where I'm showing up engaged, right? And so stick shift matters because it forces you to be engaged, right? Like when you're driving automatic, and if let's say I were driving the same exact commute in the same fucking car, but it was automatic, it probably wouldn't be as fun because yeah, I'd probably be stepping out all the time too. But because that thing is mindlessly on autopilot and it's doing the things for me, it's doing the shifting for me, then I'm not feeling like I'm part of the machine, right? And so the Honda little Civic Si that I got is fucking slow as shit, but it's turbo, it's stick shift, and it's economical, and so I'm always stepping on it, right? And so you literally have to drive it to be in and out of traffic and to be rolling pretty decent because it's fucking slow as fuck. And so what happens is that this awareness, this passion, this part of me that fuels the machine within me becomes part of my routine now, right? And so I literally show up now to the gym hyped up because I'm like, yo, I've got there and I'm literally kind of like, I'll put this out there. I'm not driving ridiculously fast, but I am driving a little spirited, and I try to get there pretty quick, right? And so this awareness, what happens is that it carries into my life, right? It carries this energy when I show up into the gym. It carries this energy when I show up into work. Now it's carrying this energy into my life. It probably will end up carrying this energy into my marriage, into my career, into all areas, right? And so if you're checked out behind the wheel because you have your shit on autopilot, because it's on automatic mode, right? The chances are that you're probably checked out in other areas of your life too. You see, the example here that I'm trying to make is that driving stick shift is like choosing to stay in control. And driving automatic is like putting your life on autopilot. It's like letting it run the show, right? And so the whole point is that why I chose a little daily driver as a stick shift machine, right? It had to be turbo, had to be stick shift, it had to be economical. So typically turbo 4-cylinder, turbo 6-cylinder, something like that, right? And it had to be a 4-door, right? All those check boxes. And now I'm doing some spirited driving almost every single day, right? And literally, I'm knocking off a checklist item that it's feeding a part of motorsports, right? Feeding that adrenaline, feeding that soul with what drives us as motorsport enthusiasts. Literally, like the fucking warrior that we have inside of us, right? And the wide open warrior that we're building. So the warrior that we have inside of us, that motherfucker needs to play, right? The problem, and that I'm super victim to this shit, is that we get so fucking stuck on the grind. We're grinding, we want to get ahead, we want to perform well, we want to have the perform those around us, we want to fucking like just kill the game, right? But what happens is that we're grinding. Right now I'm in like a super grind season, right? And then, but what happens is that we burn out, right? Because I'm only focused on the fucking grind, because I don't have no fun, I had no outlet, I had no passion, and typically I would go ride, but typically, so lately I've been so busy that I haven't really been riding. And so the reason behind this Honda Civic that I got is because now I incorporate spirited driving into my daily routine, right? And so motorsports gives me that play that I need to sharpen my edge. And now I incorporate it into my routine as something that is just part of me. It's part of who I am. It's part of my car. It's my daily driver. It's what I drive to work. And so as long as I'm going to work, or as I should say to the gym, because then I go to work, before the traffic starts piling up, I'm able to do some spirited driving, right? And I'm able to feed my adrenaline. I'm able to fucking get there. Like you literally have to be a driver to drive one of these slow cars. And it's actually such a fucking wild thing to say because it doesn't really make sense. But a slower car has actually been funner in traffic because you really have to drive it in order to go decently fast. It's like the right car or the right bike, like it doesn't have to be a fucking fast ass fucking turbo V8 or a Ferrari or a Corvette or whatever, or make 800 horsepower like my truck does, or 1,000 or whatever. Like it just has to spark your joy. And if you could spark your joy every day, that becomes a fucking bonus. It becomes a thing that you could use to become better, to become more passionate, to become more driven, to become in a better fucking mood. You see, the Honda Civic isn't the fucking fastest. It's actually pretty fucking slow, but it hits my soul every single drive now. Like my commute has become so much worth it now that I'm literally driving this car, right? Shifting gears, I'm seeing the boost gauge, I'm feeling a little turbo, baby little turbo kickback when I compare it to my truck, but it's still there. Like literally, it's become like the drive that I look forward to. Like I actually look forward to waking up early because I know that as long as I leave my house early, I'm not gonna catch traffic and I get to do some spirited driving and I become in a good mood. I put a fucking little bit of good music on and I'm jamming, right? And I'm in and out of traffic, banging gears, and I'm showing up hyped up. So my question for you, dog, today is this. Where, or I should say, what's your version of daily motorsports, my brother? Like, and what I mean by that is, what activity can you inject into your routine that will feed your soul? Like, not just your schedule, like that will feed who you are, like the man that you're trying to become, right? And so in my example, it was finding a stick shift daily driver that was economical, that was new, that I could beat on this thing, that has fucking a lot good, pretty fucking good warranty, so that because it's wide open all the fucking time, so if it breaks, I can go and handle business, right? But then it's still feeding my soul. So what activity can you inject into your routine that feeds your soul, not just your schedule? And then my challenge for you this week is to find one. Just find one activity that you can make part of your daily drive or your any routine for that matter, right? And make it a performance ritual, dog. Like maybe it's rowing gears like I'm talking about today, or maybe it's like taking the long way home through some curvy roads, or maybe it's finally washing and detailing your car so it feels like brand new again. Like, or maybe it's like, I don't know, putting a fucking good sound system in it so that you can jam out. Like whatever it is, find it and do it this week, dog, because life isn't meant to be lived on autopilot. Feed your soul with horsepower, but every damn day. And when you feed your soul with horsepower every damn day, you become a man who drives with passion and who lives with passion. You show up completely different. Give it a shot. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground, and I'm calling every wide open warrior who refuses to accept nothing but the best in their life. It's time to break free from everything that is holding you back and become the badass motherfucker that you were meant to be. This Live Wide Open movement is the mission that God has tasked me with, and helping you level up is exactly what I'm here to do. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss another episode. And if today's message hit home, my brother, then it's time to do your part and contribute to the growth of this mission, dog. Send this podcast to another brother, to another warrior, to another motorhead, to another gearhead, to another brother who's on the same mission as we are, because a better life for our family is non-negotiable. You have people counting on you, and it's time to get to fucking work, dog. Let's go.